But in a related matter, on the back of what happened in EJURA, the engagement between officers of the military and the police service and youth of EJURA, we're going to have a discussion because that three-member committee that has been set up is commencing its work. We'll get details from Erastus Asaredonko, who's been following this matter extensively. Erastus, good morning to you. If you can hear me, do tell, what is the latest on this particular matter? I know their sitting starts from 10 a.m. What is the latest you can report?
So the Justice Kumasi Committee on the EJURA disturbances yesterday started their work by paying a catcall on the EJURA chief, Nana Osei, and then also visited the affected families, those who lost their people to the disturbances, and the injured as well. So they paid visits to various families and also used the occasion to invite them, those who were there, who witnessed it, those who have evidence, even to the death of Kaka, who's the original point from which all this is emanating from. And so they used that occasion to invite anybody who has information to come before the committee to testify. Now today, we've been to the Prempa Assembly Hall where they will be sitting today. They are starting at 10 a.m. They have arranged their things. Currently, they are still fixing their things. By 10 a.m., they will start and begin to hear from people who were there and all that. Now, during their rounds yesterday, some of the families, especially that of Nasir Yusuf, who died during the demonstration, requested for assistance so they could make the trip from EJURA to Kumasi to testify. That was taken in good faith by Justice Kumasi. He said that when they communicate with them on how they want to come and who is to come, they will make arrangements for them to be able to come to Kumasi to testify. So this morning, we as multimedia, we have also received a letter from the committee that we are supposed to appear before the committee today. And so I have been given the green light to appear before the committee. So we'll see how that pans out when sitting starts at 10 a.m. today.
Well, of course, especially as we gave that live coverage of the incident, I know that definitely we would have a lot to share at that committee's sitting. But what have people been sharing with you ahead of the sitting of the committee? What are the expectations so far that you've heard from the people concerning the incident in EJURA?
Many are expecting the truth. Many are expecting the committee to do a good job, to be fearless, and also to be fair, and at the end of the day, bring out the truth behind all this. And so when the committee went round at EJURA yesterday, many were happy with the sittings. They were happy with the composition of the team, the Justice of the Appeals Court and other members, and they told them that indeed they are pained by the loss of their relatives, but they do have confidence in the team put together by the president. They want them to do a good job. They want them to bring the truth at the end of the day. And so that's what people are looking for: justice, the truth, and then justice at the end of the day for victims of that disturbance.
Now, you spoke a short while ago about the confidence of people, hoping that justice will be served. What is the level of confidence of people generally that you've spoken to in terms of this justice being served? Are all the people you spoke to optimistic that at the end of proceedings of the work of the committee, justice, in fact, will be served?
Well, there are those who are pessimistic. In fact, there are those who don't even believe that anything will come out of this committee, because they refer to the Ayawaso-Wogon disturbances, and they say that even when the committee has finished and submitted its work, nothing has been done in terms of enforcing the recommendations. So they believe that this is just one of those exercises that will end in futility, but they still have to go through anyway. And so there are those who do not believe that anything good will come out of this. It will just be business as usual. There are those who also do not believe in the that anything will come out of it, but they feel that the public sitting itself for people to vent their spleen, voice out, speak about what happened, and be able to vent their frustration before the committee. They believe that that solves 50% of the problem and the pain that people feel in their hearts. So they believe it's a good exercise, and then we must go through with it.
Well, Erastus, there's a lot to look forward to from around 10 a.m. But before you take leave of us, I know that and this was a commission on the back of the Ayawaso West Wuogon incidents, the Emil Short Commission. We had some media people who testified there. Now, you are going to do something similar, as an eyewitness. You were there on behalf of the multimedia group. What are your expectations, leading into that? And generally, what are your expectations ahead of the committee sitting?
Well, as a media person, I feel it's my civic responsibility to assist such a committee to unravel the truth. And so it doesn't matter how I feel about the end game. I still have to go through with that civic responsibility. At the end of the day, is the truth and submitted to the committee. We expect that after whatever recommendations or whatever their findings may be, government will be able to implement some of them to ensure that we do not have those nasty scenes again in any part of this country.
Well, Erastus, thank you so much for connecting with us this morning, and we shall stay in touch with you as the committee commences its work. We shall now take a break, and when we return on the AM show, we'll be telling you about more that you need to know. So do stay with us. We'll be back on the AM show.